So, Kash, see if you can top that. I don't know. That's a tough one, Kash.
That is tough.
Tonight, we take a closer look at a high-profile event featuring Donald Trump, where senior officials, including Kash Patel and Stephen Miller, highlight major claims about crime reduction, public safety, and national policy achievements. But beyond the applause and strong rhetoric, what do these statements mean in context, and how should viewers interpret the scale of these claims? Let's break it down.
Well, first and most importantly, thank you to President Trump, whose vision and courage and determination has achieved something that if you had predicted it 15 months ago, people would have said it was impossible. If you had said 15 months ago that we would achieve the lowest national murder rate, not in 5 years or 10 years or 15 or 20 or 30 or 40, but in 125 years, nobody would have believed it possible. And President Trump did exactly that, and it is a miracle. Just think about this for a second. Under President Trump's leadership, the largest reduction in murders in American history, the largest reduction in violent crime in American history, the largest reduction in drug overdose deaths in American history, the largest reduction in fentanyl in American history, the largest reduction in illegal immigration in American history, and the largest number of criminals arrested, removed, or deported in American history, all done in 1 year. If I would just say this, if we had an honest media in this country, the statistics I just gave you would be 24/7 on the news. Nobody could have ever predicted such an achievement would be possible. The second thing I want to thank President Trump for is assembling the greatest national security and public safety team in American history, because President Trump believes in merit, in competence, in people who get things done. So you look around the table of who President Trump chose for these jobs. You start with Rob or Gaddy or Pam or Pete, Kash, Todd, Terry, the whole entire team. What President Trump put together has never been rivaled in history. That's how you get things done. He chooses people based on their skill, their competence, their ability, their determination, their dedication, and their loyalty, and you're seeing the results.
At this stage, speakers like Stephen Miller are presenting a series of sweeping claims about historic reductions in crime, drug overdoses, and illegal immigration under Donald Trump. While such statements are politically significant, it's important to understand that crime and public health trends are typically influenced by multiple factors, including long-term policy shifts, economic conditions, and state-level enforcement strategies. Government data sources like the FBI and CDC often require time to validate trends at a national scale. This raises an important question for viewers. When leaders present record-breaking achievements in a short time frame, how should we evaluate those claims? Are they reflective of measurable data or part of a broader political narrative designed to shape public perception?
So, Kash, see if you can top that. I don't know. That's a tough one, Kash.
That is tough. You know, Mr. President, as I look around this venue, I see, and I'm reminded again, why we have the greatest warriors on God's green earth, the men and women serving in uniform, the men and women serving and wearing the badge, and law enforcement, our police, our sheriffs around the state of Tennessee. I'm reminded that Americans exist to protect this country day in and day out, and they've done it like we've done it here. But what we didn't have was you. We didn't have a commander-in-chief who backed the blue, who resourced the blue, who funded the military, who did whatever it takes to safeguard every single life. And here in Memphis, Tennessee, you have put on a show for the world. You have allowed us to go out there and capture gangbangers, rapists, murderers, drug dealers at record historic levels. And for me, a first-generation Indian-American kid whose parents fled a genocide in East Africa to become the 9th director of the FBI, I'm living the wildest dream you could possibly imagine, sir. But it's thanks to you. But more importantly, what I see when I look out across our great partners here in the interagency and our great legislatures and our great prosecutors and our great attorney general who has the guts to go out there and make arrests, turn them into prosecutions, and put people in prison, you are giving that dream to every single child in the state of Tennessee. You are inspiring the nation and law enforcement to come up and wear the badge and wear the colors of this country and safeguard our men and women for generations to come. This is an enduring mission, Mr. President, because you have made it enduring. It is going to go on for generations to come. They are going to try to achieve what you accomplished here, what Stephen said, in just one short year, and they're going to be doing it for decades because America was smart enough to elect you as our commander-in-chief. So while we're out there fighting for the dreams of our children, just know, Mr. President, how many millions of dreams like mine are going to be lived thanks to your brilliant leadership. Mr. President, thanks for delivering America the safest country on God's green earth.
Thank you very much.
As the event concludes, what stands out is not just the strong praise from figures like Kash Patel and other officials, but the broader narrative being constructed around leadership, public safety, and national progress. These moments highlight how political messaging often blends measurable outcomes with aspirational framing, emphasizing both results and vision. For viewers, the key takeaway is to approach such claims with both openness and critical thinking, understanding the impact of policies while also asking how those outcomes are measured and verified. What do you think? Do these statements reflect measurable change, or are they part of a broader political message? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you value clear, fact-based analysis like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay informed on the stories shaping our world.